You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but it gets too shy. Just me and you.
Darlings, are we blush out or what? Because Charlotte Tilbury just launched her new Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks. They are available right now at Charlotte Tilbury's website as well as other retailers. I will be leaving all the details on the description box below along with the links for your convenience. Also, they will be tagged on the YouTube shop. You just simply need to tap on the screen and you will see the little icon appearing somewhere right here that shows you absolutely every product that I will be using today for comparisons, like the new Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush Sticks. That's why I said, are we all blush out or what? There has been so many blush launches, and on this review I will be doing side-by-side comparisons, swatches on my cheeks. These blushes are made in Italy. They cost $42, which is just a tiny bit less than the Dior blush sticks. These cost $44. They are made in France, but the difference is also on the amount of product that you get. In the ones from Charlotte Tilbury, you're getting 9 grams, while in the ones from Dior, you're getting 6 grams. And they both claim that they are long wearing, up to 12 hours of hydration. For those who are new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Jacqueline. I love everything lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and I have already reviewed the Dior Backstage Blush Sticks as well as the reformulated Dior Backstage Blushes, the powder formula. So if you want to know more details, I will make sure to leave up on the cards or on the description box the details of those videos. You can always watch them after you watch this video. In terms of the claims for these new blushes from Charlotte Tilbury, they have a lift from within soft focus glow, hydrating, smoothing, blurring effect, weightless second skin finish, effortless glow glide balm texture. They do have a light mapping mesh tech. What's that, Charlotte? My goodness, we always have something innovative from Charlotte Tilbury. Hyaluronic acid, collagenere. It is a trademark from Charlotte Tilbury. But anyhow, friends, let's go ahead and get started with all these swatches. And as far as the component goes, if you have the Unreal Skin Sheer Glow tint from Charlotte Tilbury, it is exactly the same packaging. Now, when I opened these up, some of them, they came not fully undone, but somewhat undone. So I'm wondering if these will be refilled. I haven't seen anything, claims or details about that these will be refillable, but they may be, because we know that Charlotte Tilbury has a few of her products that are refillable. They click too. So it will make total sense in comparison with the one from Dior. Dior's has a little more of pizzazz and I don't want to say more luxurious feel, because both they feel luxurious, but I think that packaging from Dior is a little bit more outstanding in terms of design, a little bit more intriguing, a little bit different, a little bit more fun. You can also, you know, have them here, twist them from here too. So there's just a little bit more about the design from Dior, but I mean, regardless, they are both nice and luxurious. And another detail too, there's the CT logo on the cap. Let's start first with the shade Peach Glow. And let's give it a good swatch. Wow. Going with Makeup by Mario double-ended brush. Let's just tap a little, and the brush picked up plenty of product. Wow. Okay, this has a luminous but not ultra glowy finish, and it blends seamlessly. Let's apply a little bit more. Peachy Glow. This is a stunning shade. It is peachy in tone, but it doesn't pull orange. You know, sometimes peachy tones can lean orangey. If you can see on the brush, there's a little bit of a pinky hue in it. So it's not fully, like I said, it's not fully orange. It's a gorgeous peachy shade. Let's compare Peachy Glow with Dior in Toffee. And I'm gonna swatch it on this side so you can see it side by side. You see right there how this doesn't have as much pigment as the one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's also a little bit more sheer, almost translucent like. Do you see right there? It's also buildable, but it does have more glow. And this shade in particular, Toffee, does have a little bit of a golden chip that you can only see it if the light hits directly on your face, or if you're swatching it on your arm or on your hand. I'm gonna use the clean side from this brush. And as you can tell, you see the amount of pigmentation here versus here. It's not only the shade, but it is the formula. I'm gonna apply it on this side. Another thing to note about these Dior blush sticks is that they do have a scent. If you're familiar with the Dior lip maximizers, the ones that they are plumping and they look like a gloss, I know many of my subscribers, they came from that video because it's one of my most, I think it's my third most viewed video here on my channel. I know, that's crazy. But anyhow, yeah, you can see right there, there is the glow from Dior. It does have less pigmentation, even though I have built it up quite a bit. And then you can see the one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's luminous, but not glowy. This one doesn't look greasy, but it just gives a little bit more of glow to the skin. This one just gives a slight, nice luminosity. So there you have them, side by side. I kept Peachy Glow on this side, and now I'm gonna compare it with the shade Candy from Dior. This has more of that peachy tone. In fact, let's do something. I'm just gonna swatch it here first, and it also has a little bit more pink in it. And I'm gonna swatch it below here, below to Peachy Glow, so you can see the difference too. Difference in finish, and yeah. And this shade Candy, just as the shade Toffee from Dior, it does have a little bit of a flip. It's not shimmer, it's just a flip between the shade that you see here and a golden tone. Let's just give it a good swatch on this side. Now, Candy and Peachy Glow may seem a little bit similar, but there is a difference. To me, Candy has, like I said, a tiny bit of pink in it, a little bit of pink in it, while this one, because it have the gold tone, it brings out that peachy tone in it. Does it make sense? So the difference is just barely there, but there is a difference no matter what. Peachy Glow from Charlotte Tilbury, Candy from Dior. I remove the blushes, reapply foundation, and now let's swatch Rosy Glow. This is more of a mauve cool tone pink. Patrick Tab brush, that's how much I picked up. Let's go for it. Beautiful pigmentation, super soft blend. I'm just gonna build it up so you can see it even more so. And you can definitely see a little bit of that luminosity. There you have it, Rosy Glow. Next shade, Pretty Glow. As you can see here, yes, it does pull more lilac-y, which means that it has a lot of pink in it too. It's not a extreme cool tone. I'm gonna be using a BK Beauty brush. Let's just go for it. As you can see, first goes fairly lightly. Obviously, if you are gonna drag it on your cheek, you're gonna get a lot more pigment. It's something that I will not suggest to do it. It's not the recommended way. I mean, I don't think any makeup artist will apply any blush in such way to a client. So I always say, you know, tap it on your brush, and even you can disperse it a little bit more on your hand before applying it on your cheek. There you have it, Pretty Glow. And side by side, Rosy Glow and Pretty Glow. Next shade, Pinky Glow. This is your Barbie pink. And ooh, see, these they all in kind of cooling tone, don't they? Going with a Sephora brush. Ooh, That is more like a fuchsia tone. Let's see how this goes. I mean, in terms of how it goes, I can see the formula is just super easy to blend. It's no brainer, no difficulty, no patchy. It doesn't even grab on the foundation either, which is just fabulous. Here you have it, Pinky Glow versus Pretty Glow. Do you see much of a difference? There's a slight difference, tiny bit, not by a whole lot. I thought the difference was gonna be like, pretty strong, but at least on my skin tone, there's not a ton of a difference. I can see some more coolness here and some undertones of lilac, but it's not as striking as, say, a lilac blush like the one from Dior. Those are very like, you can see the lilac in it. This one is more leaning just cooler pink. And the last shade, Cherry Glow. I'm excited for this shade. I know some people may be a little bit scared about a cherry color or a red tone, but let me tell you that red looks awesome on everybody. And this is not such a strong or blue tone red. In fact, it's more of like a warm tone red. It does have a little bit of a terracotta kind of hue in it, so it could be more wearable than whatever you may think. Clean brush from BK Beauty, and just let's go for it. I'm telling you, this shade is so beautiful. You know what? We all humans, we have blood, and guess what? Blood is red. So that's why red looks so good on us, because when we blush, when we just have that flash of color, is that reddish hue that comes and filling our cheeks, and that's what we see when we blush. So that's why red is just so natural, and I will leave it as such for my skin tone. I think that's plenty, but I'm gonna build it up more just for you to see a little bit more of the shade. If you're deeper than my complexion, I'm a light to medium skin tone. If you are wondering, I will be leaving more details on the description box. This is lovely, Cherry Glow. And then on this other side, I'm gonna go for Cherry from Dior. You can see that cherry tones, they are different. This one is more of like a watermelon kind of shade. It's very lovely too. It's a little bit more vibrant, but because of the finish is different than the one from Charlotte Tilbury, but you will see, just give that beautiful flash. I'm gonna go with this Chanel brush, just tapping in. Going for it. I will dare to say that this has a little bit more warmth to it, and you see that the glow, again, non-greasy, but it just has more of that hydrating glow from like summertime, very popsicle vibe, like a little bit wet, maybe like perhaps you have been at the ocean with the sea breeze or out of the pool and you get that kind of like wet kind of look. And now you can see them side by side, Cherry from Dior and Cherry Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. You see the difference? Let's see. Yep, this one is more vibrant. This one is more, not necessarily muted, but a little bit easier to wear if you're thinking about all year round. This is more like punchy, more like spring, summertime. I'm just gonna touch up a little bit extra here on the nose. I think always having a little more. I think that carrying on that blush a little bit on the nose looks just very lovely, very pretty, very natural. So it's not just right here, but it's kind of like, a natural flash. of the skin. And I went ahead and applied off-camera bronzer, just a tiny bit to kind of like, like complete the look. And I'm using the Big Lip Glam Gasm from Charlotte Tilbury too on the lips, just to add a little bit of that golden kind of goddess vibe for summertime. It looks just so pretty with the look. But what are my thoughts about these new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks? I truly enjoy the formulation. I like that they are not matte, they are not super glowy, they are luminous, and they are very pigmented though. So definitely I will not suggest to, like tap directly on your face, because you will just end up with too much blush. Not only a waste of product, but it will be harder to blend, and then you will likely be discouraged about the product. So the right application is super important and key on these blushes, but they are no brainer. They are super easy to blend. In terms of the shades that I like the most, I will stay with Cherry Glow for sure. Peachy Glow is stunning too, and then the shade Rosy Glow. These three shades are the ones that suit my skin tone the best. Pinky Glow and Pretty Glow, and I don't think I need them. I think definitely the ones that they stood out to me because of the shade, the color, just everything are these three right here, which will be this one, and this one. I know there's a deeper shade. I think it looks a little bit more like super like berry tone. It looks beautiful, but I think that may work better for someone with deeper complexion. Having tried these blushes now and knowing the pigmentation, I don't think I really need that shade. It's most likely going to be just too deep for me, and I definitely do not want to waste any product. In terms of what formula it is alike to, perhaps a little bit to the Westman Atelier formulation, although with Westman Atelier this is a little bit more like there's a lot more tag to it. The one from Charlotte Tilbury, there's more hydration and there's more time to work with too. The one from Westman Atelier, they are super easy to blend, but they have a little bit more of a natural finish. But you see, like, I'm just gonna build it up, because with Westman Atelier, the pigment doesn't come out like super right away. You have time to blend. Sorry, I'm just looking to the shade here. This is Minette from Westman Atelier, but as you can tell, it does have a very similar glow to the ones from Charlotte Tilbury. So if you are familiar with Westman Atelier, most likely you're gonna enjoy this formulation from Charlotte Tilbury. I know you're gonna ask me if I prefer them more than the ones from Dior. With the ones from Dior, I think they just give such a healthy glow to the skin that, like I said, looks wet. It's kind of perfect for summer season, but as we go into fall and winter season, I think I will wear more the Dior ones in combination with the powder blush and setting them. You see what I mean? Like, for example, during summertime, sometimes I don't even want to set my makeup. Sometimes I'm just going for like healthy glow. Just whatever happens is what it happens. You know what I mean? It's just more easygoing, not too strict to the rule of like, okay, let's set the makeup and do so many things. I just like a glow from within, and that's exactly what Dior does for me, with that buildable sheer to kind of medium coverage and buildable pigmentation. With Charlotte Tilbury, what you see is what you get. You can build more, absolutely, yes, but it's something that you need to consider right there. What is your ideal, right, type of formulation? I think you can see right here the finishes. So anyhow, friends, I would love to hear from you which of these Charlotte Tilbury blush sticks is the one that you like the most. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you have picked up a few. What are your thoughts if you have the ones from Dior? And let's just continue that conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, if you haven't done so yet, you're always invited to do something that is completely free, and that is to subscribe to the channel, because we are almost to hit 57,000 subscribers. Yes, and come on, we can make to 100k this year, and I could only do it with your help. And you know what, it helps me a ton too. If this video was of any help, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with family, friends. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, come and follow me there. You can also share the link to the video on those platforms. I will greatly appreciate it. Let's just push forward and help me out to grow this channel. Thank you so much once again for all your support. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then. Bye-bye.